I'm going to pass that to little Momo and his friend Andy.
It's just getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's actually a pretty interesting question, because I think if this was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, we probably would have said, yeah, this weighs on Astralis, because they mentally were not considered a strong team at the time. And they really turned that around quickly, didn't they?
Yes, they've definitely become a much more stable team mentally in that sense, but I don't know. We are playing Vertigo as well. That makes everybody nervous.
Especially me.
Especially you. Well, they're sort of, you know, posturing up a little bit here at the A ramp. They have smokes, they have grenades, they could do a lot of things from here. Astralis clearly the favorite team, but with this map, you just never know.
Oh, this is a pretty dirty angle. Oh, no, he missed the opportunity. He had everything he wanted and just barely misses the shot.
It's a pretty nice grenade. Gonna be smoking off on that side. One landing there to block off. Might even block off the device, I think. Yeah, he can't see anything. This is looking like a pretty cool execute out of Heroic. They're all the way up there. They're just waiting for it. The bomb is down. 5-on-5 for the retake. There's tagged, a little bit of trouble. Freiburg in the corner. He's not even flinching in the fight that they're shooting at him. He's finally going to go down to device, but this has already cost a fair bit of time. There is no kit right now at all on Astralis, so they are going to have to get really quickly in here with all of these kills. And the SIP goes down. Still a 2-on-3.
Oh, this is so difficult as well. Trying to get in a position. Astag, the last one left. Dupree's found him. All through the gap in the wall. A nice retake from Astralis. 2 kills from Aegis. Scan 2 for device. Not able to keep enough safety after that bomb goes down. The smokes disappear. Freiburg's in no man's land. There's only so many spots you can really go inside that bomb site when those smokes disappear. Because everyone else is kind of postured for like staying far back on the ramp and behind the sandbags.
Yeah, you do run out of space. Those bomb sites are tiny compared to so many other maps.
Right.
But that was a pretty good retake out of Astralis. I thought Heroic did a good job setting it up, so could have seen that absolutely working out. They still do pick up 2 AKs and the Galil. They're on the last player. Going to be a mixture of weapons on the Astralis side. They should obviously have the advantage here, especially if we look at the grenades. A little bit of a peek there on the corner. Could be dangerous. Looked like Dupree was kind of ready for it. But instead just buying some time with the grenades. Usually, say, trying to get close to the stairwell when you're on the CT side can be dangerous.
It can be extremely dangerous. Well, Matt just going to peek down. Relatively safe fight. Make sure he gets himself into cover quick enough. Oh, bit rusty. We haven't figured out all the angles yet.
See if it's going to cost him. Wow, flashbang. They're going to come in barreling right through, but Glaive is there with the UMP. Did not look like Dupree was going to have much to say in that fight, but he gets to live through it. And that's going to leave Astag on the other side. That was a nice shot, but that was a much better defense than I was expecting. That those flashbangs initially looked like they were going to crush it all. I
hope we see that set piece again. So I'd like to know where that smoke's going to go. Would that third smoke have changed it? All right.
All right. Getting really fired up, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. Was that a scope that he's trying to do? Is that like a
scope or like a monocle? I don't know. Like, hard to say.
Yeah, come at me, bro. I've got my monocle on. Doesn't really have a ring to it.
Like a villain, kind of. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Either way, I mean, you do a round like that, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, he's Glaive as well, right?
Yep.
So you can't really mess with that. Preemptive grenades, obviously not a lot to work with here for Heroic. Gonna have to wait a little bit before they can really start to step it up. Oh.
You like that. I really like that position or Matt just playing in that position as well, because it's just, you know, he likes to get aggressive at times. So he's really just exerted his will, and he's just basically said, listen, I will have this part of the map under my control whenever I want it.
Yeah, that's they're going to have to find a way to deal with that.
I don't think we'll see him pushing that a whole lot, being that aggressive when AKs are out. There's no real need to on the CT side, right? Like,
no.
The way this map is kind of situated, you don't necessarily have to get that aggressive or go find information or anything. It is just kind of like a big dick play.
It is, and the problem is as well, if you go down doing it, then that's really going to put a lot of pressure, especially maybe on that, well, both A and B, but probably B first. So, a little bit of focus back in the eyes of Heroic as they're finally able to pick up rifles. It's pretty aggressive for Magisk.
Yeah, very aggressive, but I like it. Here we go. AK's out for Heroic. AWP as well.
Oh,
Look
Sip.
at this control of the A ramp as well. This is one of the things that was kind of in the
is-
conversation of Vertigo, that this would be a very difficult thing to pull off, is this level of CT aggression.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's almost impossible to say if that's going to work out, and S-Tag just takes him down. But the forward aggression from Device, they weren't expecting. Blame going to come up afterwards to get the kill on Device, so pretty good follow-up there. That's going to give them a 2-on-4. And this is where they just really got to coordinate. They got so much time. All they need to do is really not screw it up.
Right. I mean, you kind of just wait. Just wait and see what the response is from Astralis. Everyone get together, make sure you're watching your flank, see if there's going to be any aggression anywhere, and just move together into a bomb site. That bomb site is going to be B. Bomb leading the way. Dupree just covering mid. Would love to find a pick or two and then just fall away, but Blameth knows exactly what's coming. Blameth? Blame F? What are we doing here?
I'm not sure. I feel like Blame would be the...
Let's do Blame.
Blame is just easier. Blame?
That doesn't feel good.
No. It sounds like you're trying to say Blame, but if you got like some like hair stuck in your mouth, like Blame, you're trying to like... I don't know. That's hard to deal with. Mega's going to be running over the Orc.
Good first T round for Heroic.
Yeah, picking it up nicely, winning some of those fights over at ramp. Obviously, Astralis trying to mix in the CT aggression, which is, I mean, something that's so hard to do. It looked like Sip had a nice idea.
Yeah, did he get spotted by like a jump, or was that just like a spam? Like maybe something they'd seen in practice and just figured out how to spam it?
I don't really know. He was playing on the forklift there, S-Tag, so...
Yeah, we were in Zipnik's point of view. Ooh, forgot about Peacemaker. Here he is.
Yeah, he's been around for a while now on this team, so...
It's been a while since I've casted Heroic at an event, so it didn't really register in my mind.
Yeah, I agree. They've been sort of a little bit up and down, but it's good to see them making it here. Play on land, probably going to give them a little bit more experience as a team. Now playing against Astralis, though, that could end up really rough. Let's see how they do. Pretty early on in the game here on Vertigo. You see, all right, they do stack up a little bit. Freiburg really wants this. It's a good idea. That could have been a kill right then. But again, sort of scattered out all across the map for both sides, really.
Just that presence, though, from Freiburg is keeping a second player over at the B bomb site. Oh, Magisk wants this fight. Zipnik's had that angle. S-Tag. Great awareness.
Yeah, they even took down the VLC logo in the middle of it, Moses. It's done.
Here we go. A little bit of utility spent at this B bomb site. Glaive and Dupree were just rotating off, and actually, Dupree's going to keep rotating. Calling the bluff. Glaive is going to stick around. Everyone else rotating to converge to this A bomb site. Even Freiburg now leaving his position.
Look at the pop flash setup. If Sip gets the first kill and Device just throws it, that could actually shut it all down. He's thinking about it. They don't even wait for the connection. That's a little bit strange. That leaves Sip in a very awkward position. I don't think he can do this. They should be able to run him down. They actually back off with 30 seconds. I would have said get him once he's that far up. And Sip falling all the way back. Grenade. Oh no, it almost killed him. What did it even bounce into?
Is it the VLC logo that's just knocked over? 18 seconds on the clock. S-Tag has to make a play through this smoke. It just clears right in time, but Astralis is nowhere to be found. He's found Device. He's got him there. A good trade. 8 seconds on the clock, and Freiburg now has to pick up the pace. He needs to find the kills. He can't get the bomb planted, and he can't really win the round either, so he's not even going to get that one. Glaive swings out.
I don't think that bounced into anything.
I think the reason they didn't... It had to bounce into something.
No, like, when the smoke cleared, there was nothing there.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Fair play. The ghost, maybe?
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't want to rule that out.
That position from Zipnix, I think the reason that wasn't punished as he fell back is because everyone from Heroic had nades in their hands. They were all throwing their execute smokes, their set piece smokes to get into the bomb site. So he got very fortunate. No one was ready with gun out.
What? Well, that's why we don't peek the stairwell.
This feels early on, and I'm just going to straight up say this. I have no real basis to say this because I haven't actually talked to Astralis about Vertigo in any way or how they think that it can be played. But with the aggressive stance on A ramp, there's aggressive setups we've seen them try. That angle from Zipnix in the previous round, Glaive now peeking down B. It seems like they want to establish like the fact that you can actually be aggressive as defense on this bomb site. Like they're trying to like not buy into the just sit back and wait for the execute and retake everything.
Yeah. No, man, I think you actually can, but it's sort of like playing in a lottery. I think it can be done.
That's exactly why it can't be done. Okay, here's that smoke he messed up earlier. Let's keep our eye on this one.
But that was Blame if doing it. Blame.
Let's go.
Oh, both sides
All right.
of the steel beam. That's not bad at all. Dupree, a bit uncomfortable back here, but they don't have a lot of grenades to deal with him, and the timing is pretty good. Could have easily been a double kill. It's a problem for them that it isn't. Bomber will go down, and they're sort of outside of here, but retaking it I don't think will be all that easy either. They have one smoke there on Meg. It's actually a long time before that bomb plant finally comes through. It's maybe a little bit of an issue.
Oh, Zipnix brought pretty low, so is Naito. Device, hoping someone's going to give him something, but now he's going to call for the save. And this would be great if he could actually stop this, take one or two of these guns away. He's not peeking yet. Here's the footsteps. They've started walking, and he's going to start making his move now.
Yeah, could still catch them. Big opportunity. It doesn't really work out. They still get the round, and, you know, still good smokes for the execute. Timing for Dupree to take that peek looked like it was good, but they managed to recover pretty well. So well done on Heroic. Bringing it back and picking up a second round. Yeah, I don't know. That CT side aggression on this map feels like an absolute gamble to me. It just feels like...
It does, yeah. Well, that's why I was saying I mean, we didn't get to talk about it because the set piece started, but that's exactly why you can't really play like that because there's no consistency to it, is there?
The only way that I could see... The only way that I've seen so far, I mean, I don't have a lot of hours, you know, watching this one, but... that would be, I think, if you have like a really good AWP that can AWP close range, maybe then you could try and do it. But not pushing all the way. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, but some part of the way, maybe.
All right, here we go. Looks like the bomb site, again, wants to be attacked by Heroic. Pretty nasty off angle for the AUG. Should be good for at least one, and he's got Blame. Now going to drop away. Here come the counter utility from the defense to try and slow down this hit. They're pretty committed, Heroic, to this bomb site. Stuck behind the boxes for the moment, but now there's 4 defenders here. This is going to be so tough to get this bomb planted. There is no way you're going to have an easy time of this. They've got to peek. So many AUGs, so many M4s just holding the angle, and it's just S-tag very, very quickly. 1 versus 4.
That's a good headshot. That's going to leave Magus on 1 health, so he did a little bit, but he is also getting flanked by Device with that AWP, and that's going to be what takes care of the round ultimately. Yeah, so they sort of made it on there, but they couldn't really clear out enough to be able to get the bomb down.
Yeah, they didn't get the kills quick enough. The counter utility came in so fast, and you're just kind of stuck. Like, you really relegated to like 1 angle of attack. When that smoke comes down on like the front of the bomb site between the 2 boxes, you're like, okay, so I have to roll the dice and jump through it, or I have to roll the dice and go where my other 3 teammates are running around this side of these boxes. And I mean, you could see the result of that one.
Yeah, that was impossible. We could
even the body just slides off the edge of the map afterwards as well.
Yeah, get out. Just
it's not
welcome.
It's not a good feeling.
Let's see. Ooh. Pistols, a little bit of armor on a couple of people here. But ultimately, might be a pretty good run for Astralis at the beginning of this first half. Which again, very hard to say with these teams exactly how they're going to be playing and exactly how their balance is going to be for this map going into the future. But they seem to have done a reasonable job. And I mean, I would say if you're trying to hold hard on either A or B, as in like you're trying to stop them from getting onto the bomb site, that's going to be very tricky. Nice boost. But you know, if you can't stop them from getting on the bomb site, at least you can have a pretty good retake, you know?
Yep. Astralis now being pretty conservative and knowing they're going up against pistols and just kind of letting Heroic walk into their crosshairs. So it will be 6-2. Barring any insanity, and I think Magisk is going to put an end to that possibility right now.
Yeah, there is really no way out of that.
That's the bomb, the other two players over at the B bomb site. So it doesn't even really matter how much success they have. Glaive's going to get at least one freebie and is going to likely follow it up. Freiburg coming back for more, gets a dink, not the kill. 6-2 lead for Astralis.
Yeah, that's going to give them a really good foundation, I think, for this first half. And it's also causing a bit of trouble on the economy side for Heroic. Some options that are not available to them right now. Grenades is definitely a big thing, but the other one is going to be that AWP, which if they wanted it, they won't be able to yet.
No, and I don't think you necessarily... I mean, obviously, it's a nice thing to have, and it can be very useful. I don't think you necessarily need it on this map in any way. So just go for the AKs, especially down 6-2.
Round 9 coming up. It has been pretty slow for Heroic. And I mean, in general, I haven't really seen a lot of rushes on this map. Doesn't seem to be something that's really worth it on the T side.
No, because they can call it so early, can't they? They can hear the whole way.
They can hear the whole way. You can usually lurk your way pretty close to a bomb site and just sort of, sometimes you'll just get someone who's sort of peeking the wrong way. So yeah, I'm not convinced it's really worth it either. Well, yeah. Pretty much any other time. Oh, S-Tag. Picking up that kill on device, that's huge.
It's more aggression at that A bomb site. We've seen Astralis try it a couple different ways, and it hasn't panned out pretty much any of the times. I haven't been punished for it every single time, but now this starts to open up the map. That one kill on device, you start to see a little bit more confidence attacking positions on the map.
Sip waiting behind the sandbags here. Probably the most commonly used spot for a Molotov.
This is interesting, because Astralis now has just given up the B bomb site. There's so much importance on having eyes on mid that they don't actually have anyone in B. Dupree has really fallen away to CT spawn, so he can keep his eye on the flank towards A, so he can keep his eye on mid. And there's just not much you can do with that. They now know the location of Zipnix, and that's pretty much the go signal for everyone else on the other side of the map. Freiburg going to lead the way into the B bomb site. They have intel on both remaining players of Astralis, but still a chance for this retake to happen.
Device charging onto the bomb site and actually getting a kill. And now Sip ready and waiting. He's thinking about it, but he really wants to play it and walk right into his crosshairs, and somehow that does not result in a kill. I can't really even tell you why. He's down to 1 health there. Need to save fix, but that, I don't know.
That was a bit odd. Here's a cool thing. Money is very low for Astralis after this upcoming buy. So if they're to lose this round, if Heroic take this and you take all the money away and you force Astralis back onto pistols, you got to be pretty happy with the T side at that point. I mean, we still haven't really established how sided this is going to be, but I got to imagine this is going to be...
Boom.
Jeez. Whee!
Yeah. Even the AWP disappeared. Yeah, you're right. Big opening economically. Heroic may be able to shut it down. Freiburg still taking a bit of a challenge over on this side. Dupree ready in case he oversteps the mark here. Doesn't want to go and peek it. Can't really blame him. So right now Freiburg is just keeping a bit of an eye. It's a wonderful grenade landing on Magisk. And he's not really fit to take a long fight here against anybody. It'll be dangerous. Molotov. Oh, he actually gets the kill and nearly the follow-up. That's so much more out of Magisk than they could have hoped for. They're going to be calling it in, saying, actually, they won that fight, but they're not showing up.
They won that fight, but I have no idea where they are now. Very heavy lean towards mid in the B bomb site. Now we're starting to see the defense spread thin. Glaive staying in mid. Device at B, and Zipnix playing a retake tactic towards this A bomb site. And Heroic very much taking their time, being quiet all across the map. As you mentioned, with the 2 layers, you can just hear everything. Gotta be careful. 25 seconds left on the clock.
Now, finally, they're gonna reveal their hand. Molotov close to that wall. Smoke in the actual entrance. Sip here on the other side. Again, oh, low on health. Could definitely work out if you put in that grenade. That probably would have done it, but it's gonna be a little bit too late. So Heroic get the bomb plant down, and now, is it even worth it for Astralis to try and go for this?
Yeah, you have plenty of the bomb timer left. Just kind of clear out the bomb site, see what you've got, see if you can get a kill. At least one pick before the retake really begins, and you have a chance. Glaive's gonna take point. Does he actually want to go through this? That'd be ballsy, but I'd like it. Zibnix holding back as well, and now this retake really has to get underway. They have no kits, and this is deep. Now, I think now you call save. You haven't even tapped the bomb yet. They're already running out. A couple seconds before I said it.
Yeah, escaping. That, I think this is the weird thing about this map. I think we might see a lot of this kind of a play where the T side are kind of like, you know, sort of creeping up on one bomb side, getting a little bit, creeping back again, and then maybe, you know, back and forth a couple of more times, and then eventually you're like, okay, well now we can go for the final. But it's not ever really like a rush or anything. It is just like that creeping across the map.
Yep.
It's very strange. Timeout being called now.
Round 11, timeout for Astralis as they talk things over. The last 2 in a row. They avoid that really harsh, you know, destruction of the economy. They save the 3 Augs. I don't think you buy behind this though. I don't think you have to pre and Magus can invest. Maybe a pistol, maybe some utility.
So tricky because when you had 3 orcs like this,
you're tempted.
You're tempted, but also,
ooh, they're gonna do it.
Okay. Interesting. But I was going to say, like, you really have to have them in the right spot, and it's very hard for you to guess on this map where that's going to be.
Well, I think the one thing that's going to give them confidence, Astralis is just very good on these low-buy rounds as well, right? Like, historically, over this past year and a half, this run that they've had, they've been phenomenal at rounds with pistols, and even just making just a couple. Device gets aggressive, and again, every time we've seen Astralis have CT aggression, I feel like they've either straight up lost out by having players get eliminated, or just nothing has resulted from it. It's gained them nothing.
A great trade here, favoring Heroic. They did that pretty well. I think the flashbang follow-up there just absolutely crushed Magus, who's coming in. And again, now they're waiting. And again, there's no reason why not. You just want to make sure that you're not... That's sort of the one thing that could really give away around like this if you're Heroic, is if somebody got to sneak in behind and shoot you in the back as you were setting up for any kind of an attack, but...
Right. Oh, this has been such a weird half to me. I feel like this isn't... We haven't been watching Astralis versus Heroic. We've been watching Astralis versus the concept that you can be aggressive as counter-terrorists early on in rounds.
Yeah.
I feel like that's been the main battle that Astralis has been having.
2 teams versus Vertigo. Just trying to see if they can get it done. Sip, again. I understand the idea of this headshot angle, but it's so dangerous.
Well, look at how far it takes to fall back, and one flashbang, one awkward flashbang that you're not expecting just ruins your day. Glaive trying to find some information. Heroic being silent and even approaching this bomb site for the plant. He's just a bit off.
He had the right idea, but Freiburg had already snuck in behind him, and he's going to get the kill. So now 6-5. And things starting to really work out for Heroic. That is all the money of Astralis kind of gone.
Yeah, they're going to have to sit around out, but they can definitely half buy in this round. They have 3 rounds of the losing bonus built up. They'll have the full losing bonus in the next one, so you can afford to invest a little bit here to have some kind of a challenge.
Oh, he really got rocketed out of there, didn't he?
Remember in 1.6 where you could actually shoot your teammates and launch them?
Yeah, I do remember that. People used to do that.
They jumped and you could like shoot them in the butt, and they would just go max speed.
Best thing was obviously on Aztec, which was from the water. Christine actually reminded me of that. I forgot about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nice shot from Device at least, but they also do lose Glaive and Heroic. Pretty patient up until this point. Don't really want to throw it away now when you've got the weaponry advantage. Freiburg just, yeah, clearing out the bomb site slowly.
Yeah, you can afford to be so patient. Just sit back with these AKs and just pretty much slowly but surely bully your way into the bomb site. And they've done a great job of that. Freiburg especially leading the way.
I'll tell you what my theory is, Moses, about how you play this map
Okay.
on the CT side. I
love
thought a lot
this.
about it.
Have you done a theory craft of this map yet?
No, but we could do it live right now.
Okay.
It's quick. You basically you have to try and save on either A or B, one of the, well, preferably both bomb sites, I guess. You have to save one smoke until there's like about, let's say, less than 40 seconds left.
You're talking about CT side.
CT side, yeah. So you save one until about 46 seconds left, and then you throw it and you stand inside of it with a flashbang, and then you just count to a random number between, I don't know, like, you know, 1 and 15, and then you just throw the flashbang and run, and you just hope that you can win the timing. Maybe you come out on top on the other side.
Okay.
I think that's how you do it.
All right. Very much into the lottery gambling tactics.
Yeah.
Like throw a flashbang, roll the dice with your life.
That's how it is. I look forward to people trying it. I really think it's the way to go.
Aztag was spotted by Zipnix. They're being very blasé about that gap in the fence. In the wall. There's the smoke off from Mages, so he's actually going to provide Heroic with a bit of cover, but just doesn't want to have to deal with anyone potentially attacking from that point. Nice peek from Device. S-Tag out in the open. That's the bomb as well. Now Astralis knows exactly where the bomb is, and the nades are going to start running in. Heroic need to make their move. The game's up. They've been discovered.
What? He's run right for the smoke. Oh, they did hear it. Glaive. That is really, really important. That could have gone horribly wrong. He's still a 3-on-5 right now. Magisk covering that line into the bomb side. He's got the right angle. That's really good. Shutting down Freiburg too. Yeah, I mean, there's a long time in the beginning of that push for Heroic where they're standing on the ramp, and there's like 3 or 4 people from Heroic grouped up. I was like, with one grenade, and this is going to end badly.
They just took too much time with it. I'm not like against the idea in any way, but when they're obviously giving S-Tag plenty of time to peek into that B bomb site and try and find a pick. But when you're giving them that much time, and Astralis kind of knows the game is up, that's when Device gets rotated into a better position. That's where he has like so much time to say, you know what, I'm just going to change my position and find a way to get involved. At a certain point, pull the trigger on that execute. Either way, still a good T-half for Heroic, 6-7 in the favor of Astralis. Money left still for the offense.
I mean, maybe it is. I'm not sure. I don't know how good Astralis are going to be on this T side, but
yeah,
I have a feeling that you could have some very, very stacked T sides on this map if you know what you're doing. It'd be interesting to learn. We'll certainly find out. Round number 14 here. Plenty of money on Heroic to buy. Good prediction on the grenade. They're mostly going to be still around that whole T-spawn area. Setting up for a lot of smokes, which you can definitely do. If you throw them, though, is that going to be enough to drag anyone over?
I don't know. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this one. Still 2 players, or just 1 now in T-spawn, but previously 2. So, yeah, going to throw some late smokes. We'll see how this goes. Attack the A-bomb site. It's Magisk and Zipnix here. Zipnix still back at the bomb site, on top of the boxes, looking for information. Freiburg lurking over towards the B site. Now you're starting to see some shifts.
Yeah, felt like they threw that smoke with the anticipation that someone from Astralis would peek the ramp. Because that smoke's going to be gone by the time they show up here, more or less. Like, it's going, you know, in the next 2 or 3 seconds. So I was wondering, maybe they were just sort of hoping, okay, it's gonna be a quick peek afterwards.
Pulled Device over to get another pick. Well, that smoke just plumes in time, takes the timing shot. He misses both of them right through the smoke. He's looking for the heads, and he almost just spotted one. But oh my god, they're actually all coming through, all 4, but they're gonna get slaughtered.
Wow.
It was an idea. They had an idea.
Yeah.
It played out better in their heads.
So they smoke it once, then they re-smoke it again, and then they just all try and flash their way through and come running in. You could see how if they made it, that would be chaos. Like, how do you call that for Astralis?
Yeah.
Like, well, guys, they're all somehow in the middle, you know? Like, and anyone rotating in. Yeah, Magisk and Sip doing a good job.
All right, 8-6. Final round of the half, and Heroic is really hurting on the arsenal. 1 AK-47, 1 Galil. A little bit light on nades, but they've got plenty to make something work, and Glaive just jumping for information. You know he loves these kind of information plays. Gonna drop the nade, and that's gonna do the smallest of chip damage to Freiburg, protected by the staircase.
Yeah, it turns out he's absolutely fine. Bit of a grenade. Doesn't really do that much either. Blame sneaking up close. Good idea. The Deagle not able to connect and actually take him down. Nothing really happening on the A side so far, so probably Astralis are going to be a bit suspicious about that. Glaive just in front of this. Oh, it lands right on top of him, but he really wants to find that gap so he can still see a little bit. That almost cost him his life.
Yeah, but these fights just getting stalled out. There's just such a utility dump as soon as Astralis realizes where the attack is coming from, and it's just put your smokes, your Molotovs in these choke points and make sure they can't ever get a clean fight. And Heroic found none in this final round. So 9-6. A solid T-side from Heroic, powered by 4 in a row from rounds 9 to 12. And they're going to take a 3-round deficit into the second half. We're going to head to a break. When we come back, we'll have the completion of Vertigo.
Sarah, I hurt myself today trying to make the pain go away. Sarah, I want to fade away, be with the stars in outer space. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche. Cocaine just to feel my heartbeat. Nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Sarah, I lost myself today trying to find ways to make you stay. Sarah, I want to go away, close my eyes, never wake up again. You come and you go, you take me high, you take me low. But I don't know how to do this on my own anymore. Oh no, now it's my leave for the melancholy. Could he fill a hole inside me? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Now it's Xannies till I know my psyche.
We're back after a bit of a break there. We've got Astralis and Heroic second half coming up on Vertigo, the first map here in a best of 3. And Astralis coming up with 9 rounds. I would say that's pretty good. I actually think you're in a little bit of trouble here.
Okay. Well, we'll find out. Here's a rush towards the B bomb site, and yeah, you're right. They are in a little bit of trouble because Device is going to lead the way. He's got the opening kill, and he's not going to slow down, and he's really using the movement well. Good trades, though, from Blame and S-Tag.
Staven looking for an opening. He does go very low on health, and
that was bold.
Oh, wow. Magus walked right into that one. Must have heard the bullets and just thought soon it's going to be over. Now it's going to be a 3 versus 2, in fact. And there is a flank coming in. Dupree's dropped as well. S-Tag now with the triple, and Sip is about to get shot at the back if he's not quick about it. Does turn around for a quick peek. He's sort of realizing by now and trying to hold them both in here. Can he get it done? Tracks with a headshot and another follow-up. Beautiful stuff. That is really going to put Astralis far ahead.
Well, any drop-off you might think there is in Astralis. It doesn't matter to Zipnik's clutching ability. That is so beautiful, and he's just reading everything. He knows exactly when the next peak is going to come.
Yeah.
Well played.
Some of these, yeah, electrical boxes, fan, whatever they are, just the way you can play around them by just strafing back and forth on either sides.
Yep. Well, you can see he knows that he's using them as cover, right? And he knows the guy behind him is never going to be the one to make the attack happen. Just taking a shot at each angle and turning around and checking the other one. It's a tough area to coordinate a fight if you're heroic, especially when one player has 10 HP. That's never fun.
Well, they did buy in this round on the heroic side. They've already lost Freiburg, and now Astralis creeping their way up. And again, it makes sense on this map really not to run when you're on that lower side of the map. Haven't really seen a lot of people try and intentionally leak audio, but it's also hard to do that. It'll be probably somewhat obvious. Setting up for an HE, they do have 2 of them actually, S-Tag as well, so probably just maybe something they practiced here. That could be fun if that could really work out. Waiting for the bomb, and they're gonna bounce them right in. Ooh, that's cool.
That's very cool. And you could see they were waiting for the sound, so as soon as they hear where it went, adjusted where they tossed those nades. What can they do from here, though? What more do we have? Pretty aggressive stance from Magisk.
Yeah, and they don't have any kit right now. They have a couple of smokes that they could try and put up. Staven gonna pick up a kill with the Deagle, so that is something. He's picked up a UMP as well. Waiting at the edge of it. Did not have the health for it. Nice transfer for Dupree. That is a really, really long defuse coming in. He's gonna have to come off of it, and Sip will end up winning the round at the end there. So I don't know, that got pretty close. Better than I was expecting for heroic.
It does. It was a bit dicey, but I mean, at the grand scheme of things, that's the money that Heroic had. That was a full investment from those guys. So Astralis is going to be fine with it getting that close because this round, Heroic can't invest in the armor and the utility. We're going to have 4 USPs, 1 Deagle on Blame, and 2 HE grenades. And actually, excuse me, a couple more Deagles and CZs picked up right at the end of freeze time.
Ooh. Oh, Freiburg. Good shot, but as they try and fall back, oh, could be a little bit here. Safix showing up. What?
That was awesome.
What just happened?
That was like a time warp.
It was, wasn't it?
Someone just got sucked through a wormhole. Device has taken control of this B bomb site. The bomb still hasn't made its way there yet, and Zipnix is still kind of flirting with the A bomb site, but I think he'll give that up.
Yeah, I mean, he's walking, you know, on the sort of lower half of the map, but he could have also just decided to go on the other side, right? And shoot someone in the back that way. Kind of how to judge these things. So much time still left in the round, and again, they've been controlling that B bomb site for a long time. Glaves walked his way the whole way there with the bomb, so finally they're going to be going for it, and should be some cover, so they can't even really make it through the window here, I think. They're certainly thinking about it, but
surely there are. The audio cues gave it away. Oh, and yeah, you can see Zipnix even spotted the gun barrel. Smoke goes up. Device kills 1. So again, actually, this one's pretty close as well. 3 kills in the last 2 rounds for Heroic. That's now going to try and make it 4. Almost gets there. Device with 4 kills himself. 12-6. Heroic, they better start a very, very nice comeback right now.
Yeah, this is where it's going to get interesting. It'll be fun to see if they have come up with something heroic that we haven't really seen before. That orb on S-Tag, maybe. That could be one of the keys. Again, I do kind of like the idea of pushing aggressively with the orb early on when you're on the CT side and picking up a kill, if you can. So far, just listening. He's got a teammate there to watch everything that's going on, but he's going to fall back, in fact. He really defensive orbing now. I feel like that angle, though, is almost always going to get smoked off, or you're going to get pre-fired.
Yeah, well, we saw Device handling that position a couple times.
Yeah.
First half. And yeah, a few times he got smoked, a few times he got a pick. Either way, pretty quiet across the map. Device and Dupree on the staircase leading into that B bomb site. An aggressive mid-hold from Heroic, which allows them to rotate towards B if it's under attack to help Freiburg. Can also just bomb flashbangs into the sky. And Astralis haven't given up the game yet. They haven't showed their moves just yet. 2 at A, 2 at B themselves. With Magisk far back in T-spawn.
So far, just waiting to see if Heroic are going to give anything up, but it doesn't really feel like they are. They're quite happy to just sit around and wait. They've managed to save 3 HE grenades. They used them over at A in that one round, but didn't have anything. Maybe they have a similar setup on the other bomb side. I mean, the plant zone on both these sides is so small that it kind of makes sense that you could chuck a bunch of grenades in there. Pretty aggressive move from Freiburg moving into that corner. See if it's going to cost him or not. He's going to pick up one, and actually a great turnaround. Triple for Freiburg. And that will be Sip now. 16 seconds here. Not going to be welcome at this bomb side. Nicely done.
He's good. He's not that good. What a round from Freiburg. Hiding inside the bomb site and just enough presence with the positioning of that defense. There were plenty of players to take attention away, and he kind of went unnoticed because there were so many other fights going on. Well played from Freiburg. You're what? Half brother, you said, or something like that? Blood brother?
Yeah.
Actual brother?
We don't know. I don't think we've never been tested. Moses could be.
Okay.
I don't want to rule that out.
I'd really enjoy having Freiburg as family. Freiburg's he's a good guy.
He really is an amazing person. So yeah, I would be proud if that was the case.
And he's a goddamn major champion.
Never forget. 20th round now. 5-round lead for Astralis, but they did run out of money pretty quickly. So much so that they can't check that corner with the Molotov. And that could definitely be trouble. Again, some of these positions are just so awkward.
Yeah, I mean, this position, there's no way for Astralis to even clear that. They don't have a Molotov, they don't have nades, so you just kind of have to cross your fingers. And unfortunately, luck and fate is not with them this time. Now, Glaive and Dupree actually have a foothold into this bomb site, but the bomb itself is back in T-spawn, so they have to create a bit more. They can't give it up just yet. And Dupree, what an aggressive push.
Yeah, but
he was occupied by Glaive that whole time.
Yeah, he was really getting baited out now. Can they get the bomb down without Blame rushing in behind them? That's a bit of a question here. Glaive showing himself, so now he's on notice. They're really boxed in, but it's hard to say how this fight's going to be playing out. Meg is crouched to get the shot, and now Stavin coming in. It's going to be a good kill there to take down Glaive. The smoke forcing him in the other direction. Molotovs, but are they going to cause more trouble than they actually do well? They also sort of block you from going a particular direction. Meg is sneaking through. Wow.
He'd had enough. He'd had enough. What a round win from Astralis. That's such a good round if you want to look at just selfless play, really good teamwork, how to bait properly. You can see players from Astralis, when they know they have the aggro, they know they have the attention of their opponent, and they don't commit to those fights. They let someone else take up the mantle. They're like, listen, he's looking at me. Make whatever play you think is gonna kill him, but they don't rush into taking any of the fights. Full faith in your teammates to pull that off.
Sonic looking happy. Knows things are working out pretty well at the moment. What if Moses, what if you had this map and A and B were on different levels, but it was actually only one plant zone, but it was the elevator and you could ride it up and down, like.
Stop talking.
You could take the
That's
elevator, and it would be the A side.
I can't even entertain that as comedy.
You could put the bomb down, and then it would ride down to B, and you'd be like, no, we can't stop the elevator.
So the elevator even moves, so it could be like 14, 15. You kill everyone, you have plenty of time for the defuse, and the elevator just goes to the bomb site.
Well, the last guy, yeah, like before he dies, he pushes the button to send the elevator
so
down.
instead of taking the last shot at killing you, he sends the elevator to the bottom floor.
Yeah, and it's got the bomb inside, and you can't stop it. How about that?
I actually kind of like that aspect. I wasn't on board until you said that.
Well, there we go.
Auto shotgun.
Why not? Why not?
I mean, if you're going to buy an auto shotgun, you might as well just jump down that elevator shaft. Get real into it.
Couple of flashbangs. No one peeking behind them on the CT slide either. And a pretty common setup over at the A side. There's a bit of an attempt from Freiburg with a little bit of help, I think. So
that's good though. That's perfect. That's exactly what Astralis wanted, because it is kind of hard to find a way to have an engagement that's going to force out defensive utility and also not like get yourself killed. So that's beautiful that Freiburg uses that smoke this early in the round. That's something they didn't have when they tried to previously do that full set piece on the B bomb site just a couple rounds ago.
Clearing out some of the more likely angles. I would say it could be risky. It looks like they're going B, but it could be risky throwing that Molotov by sandbags and then not sort of holding and keeping an eye on it. Because if you come back, you might not check it again. But it is going to be B, and I think they might be realizing as well there on the CT side. 27 seconds. Oh wow, right in his face. Everybody's blind. It's going to be device to open up, and with the weapons here, it's looking pretty good. Still time running low. 17 seconds now. That auto shotgun right on the other side, and the bomb finally making its way onto the site. And I'm not sure they could do anything to stop it here. Oh, this might be a little bit rough for Heroic.
An auto shotgun can do some work though. Holding for the peak for the information gathering from Aegis. It's not happening just yet. Now he knows his position back right. Glaive is still close up to his left, and oh, he's been here this whole time with his shotgun, not able to find a play to make with it. 14-7, Astralis in firm control of this map. What do you say?
Zach, keep going.
Oh, that's weak.
Just trying to listen, but yeah.
Keep going.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for Freiburg. Not just the Molotov pegging him in the face, but also the flashbang that followed up very soon after.
Yeah, right in his grill. Just really not... Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, obviously Astralis knows this. The deep smoke, flashbangs probably had to have been used. Nades.
Yeah, I mean, at least it could change up how the round is played. Now, the question is, if it forces Astralis onto the A-bomb side, can they actually hold it there? Stalin goes down. Magisk winning that fight. That's in the middle of the map as well. That just gives them so much control on the Astralis team here.
It really does. And actually, the defense is just rotated back towards A. Blame is just here to be the second defender, but they're all going to be smoked out, as we know. Nothing to see here. All you can do is really listen for the plant, try and spam. Nades are going to come out as well. That's actually a really solid nade. Softens him up before the retake even comes in, but a classic spam battle. Yields no damage.
And now they're falling back. Are they falling back all the way?
Yeah, they're saving. 100%. Freiburg had a stance on the flank, but they don't have any kits. They have one smoke. It's not high percentage, right? So they'll try and fight another day, but the problem with that is they're going to have to win 8 in a row to force OT. Astralis, just one round, one mistake, one lucky shot away from taking this opening map.
It's so bizarre to watch Astralis. They get into a position where they can set up all the grenades. They set them up. None of the CTs could see anything. The bomb goes down. And when the smokes are gone, they're all like, yeah, okay, fine.
Yep.
Because normally, at least, you would have to fight to get control of the part of the map that you need to set up those grenades. Whereas that doesn't really seem to be the case here. Like on that A-bomb side, they don't really have to fight a lot to get the ramp. They're like, that's...
No. Well, and I think the big tell is, you know, if you're Astralis and you see all the nades being used at the B bomb site, you're just like, all right, well, that's utility they won't have for a retake over at A.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of manpower to get them into this position. So if we find this timing correctly, we might even just get an easy entrance to the A bomb site, and we don't really lose anything by not having control of this B staircase.
They try to go down the shaft, the elevator shaft, but
Failed.
yeah, in a manner of speaking, they got caught by Sip, I think, or Stavin did. So 23rd round, and also map point here for Astralis. S-tag, headshot position. Might be able to get it, but quick return, and then again, Need to SafeX picking that one up. That's at least something. 2 versus 3. A lot of time still left, and wow.
That's a shot and a half.
What is going on, Glaive?
Glaive's a madman. If he checks the spot after running with a Molotov that whole way, I'm going to freak out. Does he know?
Feels like he does, but he gets around the corner. How is he still alive?
What a freak. He's pulled the rotation away as well. This is a free plant for Magisk. Okay, so now he's going to come through. He's a madman, and if he wins this fight, oh, he's got it. Oh, that's so brutal. Back to the A bomb site we go. It's a one-on-one, but Magisk can be anywhere. And look at all these awkward corners there is to clear out. There's no kit, so he has to run. He's giving up positional information to Magisk as well. This is a low percentage 1 versus 1, and I think Magisk has won it.
Yeah, he's just in a perfect position right now. And there's the headshot. 16-7 in favor of Astralis. They take down Heroic on Vertigo.